Hey guys, it's Jake here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be going over what does a flat toe typically cost. Now with flat toe components, you can often experience sticker shock because there are so many components and some of them can get pretty pricey. Well, today we're going to go over what the average cost of some of the components are and how you can save money while doing it. The components we're going to be talking about today are going to be your tow bar, your base plate, braking system, safety cables, and your wiring. Now what we won't be referring to today is that if your vehicle needs any specialty items, you're gonna have to look that up yourself because that is gonna be very vehicle specific. Now with these specialty components, your owner's manual should say what other components you're gonna need. For your tow bar, it's gonna range between the prices of $200 and $1,300 with an average of around $750. This is really all going to depend on what the tow bar is rated to tow, what it's made out of, and the features that are on it. So when it comes to weight capacity, typically in the higher rated tow bars, you're going to have a more heavy built tow bar to be able to tow those weights up to 10,000 pounds. So it's going to be built with better materials, so it may end up costing a little bit more. When it comes to material, there's steel options and there's going to be aluminum options. So obviously with the aluminum option, it may be a little bit more because aluminum costs more. And then when it comes to the features, here we have the Roadmaster Nighthawk. This is going to be the most feature-packed tow bar that we have, and you can see it has LED lights. The safety cables will come pre-run along with the electric wiring to tie the motorhome into the towed vehicle. So this is a very premium tow bar that you're going to get a lot out of. Now when it comes to tow bars, this is an area where I personally would splurge a little bit more because the tow bar is going to travel with you if you decide to get a new motorhome within a couple of years or a new towed vehicle. Especially if you're leasing a towed vehicle, you want to get a better tow bar because it's going to last longer and the company's going to stick with you for the tow bar longer. Your base plates are going to range between $150 to about $850 with an average of $480. This is really all going to depend on the brand that you decide to go with and how it mounts to the vehicle. Probably the most important thing with a base plate is how it's going to be seen on the front of your vehicle. With this specific base plate we have in front of us, this bar here is going to be seen underneath the fascia on the towed vehicle. So if you don't like that look, you can get a little bit more custom fit. It's just going to take a little bit more to get it installed. And then all you'll see is the attachment points sticking out of your front fascia. Now, if it were up to me, I would get the base plate that's going to be a more custom fit to be able to just pop the two attachment points out of the bumper so that when you're not flat towing, your vehicle looks as factory as it can. Unfortunately, there are some vehicles that you're only going to have one or the other option. For your braking system, the range is going to be $730 up to $1,550. This is going to be an average of about $1,140. So as you can see, you can spend a lot on a braking system. In my personal opinion, this is where you could kind of dial it back a little bit if you wanted to try to save a little bit of money. But you're going to have the systems like this, which are going to be your portable systems. They can move from car to car with you if you decide to get a new vehicle or you're leasing a vehicle and you want to get a new one. This one will just simply pull out of your vehicle and can be installed in another one. The other kits that we have available are going to be a more permanent install, and those are typically going to range a lot higher. Now, as far as which kit I would go with, the biggest issue for me with the portable or the transferable ones is that when you get to where you're going, you're going to have to find a place to put it. And this is not a small item, so it's going to take up a lot of trunk space. You're going to have to store it year round in your RV somewhere. And I'm not a person that likes to switch vehicles very often, so I would be perfectly fine with spending the money to have a permanently installed braking system in my vehicle. Wiring is going to range from $55 for a kit all the way up to $250 a kit. This is really going to be the difference between a sort of a custom fit install, which is going to be using the factory lights on your vehicle as the brake lights for your towed vehicle. This is the diode wiring kit that you see in front of us. It's a great kit. This is going to be one that's going to install behind your taillights, and everything will be hidden and your car will operate as normal. Whereas the other style is going to be the magnetic lights that will stick to the top of your car. You'll take your 4-pole, run it up and over top of your car, and then attach it to your motorhome. As far as which kit I would go with the diode wiring, because it's going to be a more custom fit install and all the wires are going to be hidden. So if you ever decide to sell the vehicle is still going to operate just as normal. Safety cables are going to range from $30 up to $140, averaging about $90 a set. The two different types of safety cables that you can get are going to be coiled and straight, and that's going to be the big price difference. The most expensive typically are going to be the coiled and straight combination. So what you'll have is you'll have a small section of the cable be coiled, but then there will be a straight section coming off of it. So one part stays close to the motorhome and the other part goes to the towed vehicle. I would typically go with the combo, the coiled and straight, because you get the best of both worlds to be able to fit your vehicle the best. Now, a piece of this equation that you have to remember to include in your budgeting is labor. If you're mechanically inclined and you like doing things with your hands, you like working on vehicles, you can probably do a lot of these installs yourself, but some of them can be pretty invasive on your vehicle. So it does require some knowledge of installation to be able to get it done. Otherwise, if you're not, we do recommend paying somebody to do it. We asked around a couple of local shops near us, and the minimum install price for a full flat tow setup that we saw was about $1,100 for the easy to install components. You can also see upwards of $3,000 to have it installed. It's all going to depend on where you live and what you're having installed. If you guys have any questions, or if you'd like to share any outrageous quotes that you've gotten, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.